Okay, sharing your screen. Looks like it's recording. I think I see the counter going. I'm going to cross my fingers and hope it's working. Okay, so this is 5.7, you guys. Let's see here. What page is this? This is page 206 here. So they're talking about it's just more division. Here they have a nice model example. You can see that what they've done here is, if you look at this example here, you've got 15 goes into 3,200 times, and you can see that the 200 is represented by that 2 right there. And then 15 goes into 640 times, and you can see the 40 is represented by the 4 right there. And then finally 15 going into 120 is 8 times, and you can see the 8 ones is represented right there. So that's a decent model example. One thing I don't think I have emphasized is the names of the different parts. I know quotient before, I've told you many times, is the answer to a division problem. The dividend is what's being divided, and you can see that there. And then the divisor is what you're dividing it into. And I just wanted to show you guys that. That's something that's going to come into play a little bit later on. Okay, they convinced me. Put an X through that. I'm not worried about that. The other example, you can look at that if you want. Number 1, I'm not worried about. You can put an X through that. Number 2, I'm not worried about. But I do want you to do number 3. And I think there's a way I can highlight. Is this a highlighter? Oh, it is. Cool. Let's see here. I'll pick a fun color. I like orange. Okay, orange. Is that going to highlight? Yes, it is. Awesome. Okay, here we go. So I want you guys to do number 3. I want you to do 4, 5, and 6. So you can circle or mark those somehow. I want you to do number 9. And I'll come back and do one of those here in a moment. And number 11. So let me move this up. And let's look at the problem solving page. I'm going to change this back to a marker or a pen. Right there. Okay. I think that's done. All right. So number 12. Number 12, I like number 12, and I was tempted just to have you guys try it on your own. But I did want to point out one thing. Let me read it to you here. It says, Bob sells Tangelo gift cartons each December. Last year, they shipped a total of 3,300 Tangelos. If each carton sells for $28, how much money did Bob's earn from the Tangelo gift cartons sold? Now, look at this data chart. It says the number of grapefruits per carton, oranges per carton, and there's Tangelos per carton. Is that information important? I heard a yes. Okay, so let's go back and look at the question. If, I'm looking at number 12 here, each carton sells for $28, how much money did Bob's earn from the Tangelo gift cards sold? Because it tells you how many they shipped. Do you need to know how many grapefruits, oranges, or even Tangelos were in each carton? Not the grapefruits or oranges. They're talking about Tangelos, but think about it. They shipped a total of 3,300 Tangelos. If each carton sells for $28, how much money did Bob's earned from the Tangelo gift cards? So yes, the Tangelos, that's some information we need. That's important. 12. Okay? So if there's 12 in each carton, it's going to be 3,300 divided by 12. Okay? And then you're going to get a number. I don't know what that number is. I'm just going to call it X. Throwing in a little algebra here. When you have X, I'm going to pull a stick here. Where are my sticks? There they are. When you have X, I want to know what you do with it. Miss Ugisa, 50 points. What do we do with X when we have it? No idea. 100 points. Miss Rieger, what do we do with X? One more. Mr. Delgado, 150 points. What do we do with X? Okay. X is going to be multiplied by, I heard several of you say it, looks like 2 X's in a row there, times 28. And then you're going to get your final answer. That will be the answer to number 12. So I set that up for you. Okay? Number 13, a score. A score is a group of 20 things. It says, for example, a period of 20 years is called a score. There was a famous speech by Abraham Lincoln, and he said 77 years ago. So a score is 20 years. And it says the Statue of Liberty was dedicated in 1886. And then they say about, so that's an approximate, about how many scores of years was that ago? So you're going to have to go back from 2021 all the way back to 1886. And you're going to have to figure out how many years. I'm going to put years in question mark. Okay, question mark. And that number will be divided by 20. And then you will have your answer as far as how many scores, approximately how many scores that was ago. So I've set that one up for you. Number 14 says an automobile plant. Each car is inspected by 34 different workers before it's shipped to a dealer. One day, the workers performed 9,690 inspections. How many cars were shipped? It says explain. Miss Gunderson, 50 points. How would you set that up? What would you do?
9,690 divided by 34.
That's exactly right. You would divide that by 34, and that would tell you how many cars were shipped. So whatever that answer is, that is the number of cars shipped. Okay. And then number 15, I think you could do that. It says, for which division problem is 46 the quotient? And let me ask the question. Mr. Willard, what does quotient mean? What does quotient mean when we're talking about division for 50 points? Do you remember? No? Mr. Cosgrove, 100 points. What does quotient mean? Say again? You don't know? Okay. Mr. Williams, 150 points. Quotient. Remember what quotient means? No? Okay. So let's go back. There it is. Quotient. Mr. Oldham, 200 points. I'm giving it to you right there. What does quotient mean? It's, yeah, the answer to a division problem, okay? So you guys remember that quotient. We've talked about that before. That's an answer to a division problem. So in other words, and I'm going to tell you, 2 of these are have the answer of 46. 2 of those have the answer of 46. All right, let me go back really quick here, and I'm going to end the video, but let me do one of these with you guys. I'm not going to end it just yet. I'm going to do one right now. How about How about number 9? Let's look at number 9 together. So number 9. So it's 33 going into 7,830. Okay? I'll just ask everybody in general, how many times do you think 33 goes into 7?
Twice.
It goes into 7 twice?
Can't.
It can't. Yeah, you're thinking ahead here, honey. How many times does 33 go into 78?
Twice.
Twice. Yeah, I think you guys are right. 2 times. That's going to be 66, right? What's the next thing I do? Subtract. So I'm going to subtract. So 6 from 8. Okay, so there's 12 left over. Now remember, the other day, a couple of you made the mistake. You would try to divide 33 into 12, and then you put a 0. That's not what you do. Remember, the very next thing you do is bring down another number. So now we have 123. How many times do you think 33 goes into 123?
4.
I heard 3, I've heard 4. Let's try 4. 33 times 4. 4 times 3 is 12. Put down the 2, carry the 1. That's 12. That's 13, 132. A little bit too big. So I heard somebody else say 3 times. Let's try that. 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 3 is 9. That's easy. So it's going to be 99. I subtract. I'm going to put that 3 up there before I forget. Okay? And then, so 99 from 123. I'm not going to, just think about what I do for a moment. All of you, eyes up here. It's not 99. I mean, it is 99, but I'm going to look at it as 100. What's the difference between 100 and 123? 23. But it wasn't 100, it was 99, so I'm going to add 1. 24. Okay? So then I'm going to bring down what? The 0. I don't try to divide 33 into 24 again. That wouldn't work. I'm going to bring down the 0, 240. I want to figure out how many times 33 goes into 240. Anybody have any idea? 5? Other thoughts?
6.
Let's try 6. 33 times 6. 6 times 3 is 18. Put down the 8, carry the 1, 18, 19. No, that's not quite right. Let's add a 33 to that. So that'll be 7 times. So that's going to be 11, 13, 231. If I add another 33, it'll be too big. So it wasn't 6 times, it was 7 times. So I want to put a 7 right there. And I'm going to put down 231, and I'm going to subtract. Okay? So yeah, I heard somebody say it already. It's 9. Well, we're done. So it looks like it goes in 237 times remainder 9. That's the answer to number 9 that I've done for you. Okay? Now, I just wanted to show you guys something. Yeah, no, I won't. No, I'm not going to do that. Okay, so that's it. I'm going to end this video.